Hi, I'm Ivy Larson with hotandhealthyliving.com, and today's fitness focus is once again going to be on core training. So we are going to work on the stabilizing muscles of your hips, your glutes, your back, and of course your abdominal region. And this is a workout that once again is going to be designed for us by Gary Lavin. He is the co-owner of Fitness Redefined in Jupiter, Florida. And Gary designed last week's workout, but this week is going to be a little more challenging. So before you attempt today's workout, just make sure that you can complete and execute all of the exercises in level 1 and also with proper form. And before we head to the studio, just a quick reminder on hotandhealthyliving.com, we now have our newsletter ready. It's a free newsletter, and we will also send you an 8-step detox ebook direct to your inbox. So if you go to hotandhealthyliving.com, you can sign up for the newsletter and receive the ebooks all at once, and you can do that when you get a chance. Right now we are heading over to the studio to meet with Gary and get started on our core exercises. Okay, so here we are at Fitness Redefined. So we're back here at Fitness Redefined with Gary Lavin and ready to start our more advanced core training workout.
Alright, so the first exercise on our circuit today, building on what we learned last time, is our side reaching lunge. So I'm going to step out of the way here. Ivy's going to step to the side and reach to her foot. She has 5-pound dumbbells in her hands today, so if you need to use soup cans at home or a phone book or something, that's fine. If 5 pounds are a little too light, then you can go up. But see how it feels first before you try this. Now what I'm looking for here is a little less bend in that reaching knee, and I'm looking for nice flexion in the back to give up a little bit of the spine.
Maybe I'll show them from the side.
You can. There you go.
So I'm not keeping my spine perfectly straight.
Correct. I don't want a perfectly straight spine. These are functional exercises. We use functional loads, loads that you would use every day in life. If you have to lift 50 pounds or something like that, I don't want this position. I want a nice, tight, lordotic position with straight up and down. But under the 5 pounds, you can go ahead and flex your spine.
And you'll feel this in your thighs too, which is good for me.
This is actually a great total body exercise, but you can obviously see how it's going to work the low back.
Okay, last rep. So we're on to exercise number 2, and this one is definitely more challenging.
Okay, exercise number 2 is a T stabilization roll. So I'm going to put Ivy in a push-up position. This is a traditional push-up position. I want her feet wide, nice tight core like we talked about last time, and she's just going to rotate. Excellent. And rotate again to the other side. We're going to do 10 repetitions, 5 per side, and what I'm looking for here is a nice strong core. I don't want her hips to drop down, so I want her hips nice and elevated, and I want her hips forward, not backwards.
And do you want my abs pulled in?
Always. Abs nice and tight, and I want to see your whole body rotating together at the same time. So I don't want to see hips rotating without your shoulder. So a good cue is to pick your hand up before you start to rotate.
And you said for people who are more advanced, they can also add a push-up.
Absolutely. You want to add a little more intensity to this exercise? You can try adding a quarter push-up. That's not a quarter push-up.
Okay.
And rotate. Good.
I'll try. Should I try one more push-up? No, no more push-ups. Okay, I think I'm on 8. Right, so we have 2 more.
9. Excellent.
And this is great. This is a full body strengthening exercise.
And 10. So this is great for the core, great for the low back, great for the entire body. Excellent.
Okay, so we're on to exercise number 3, which is the archer band pull.
Alright, so you see in the archer band pull, you can see why we call it the archer, because it looks like you're shooting a bow and arrow. We're using an orange band here, and we're stepping back a moderate distance. For more resistance, you can step back farther, or you can grab a band that has a heavier resistance. So what we're looking for here, again, is great body alignment, a nice full step, about 135 to 180 degrees, depending on your flexibility, and then a nice straight line from her elbow all the way back to wherever the band is attached. Things that I'm looking out for, hanging the wrist out there, or over-rotating. Go ahead and rotate to the other side. I'm looking for you not to hang your wrist out there or drop your elbow. I'm also looking for nice flat shoulders, so I don't want you hiking your shoulders up when you're pulling. Chest up.
And you said it's important to look.
Always look down the bow. I tell people to look down the bow, otherwise they get all confused with where they're going. So if you're pulling a bow and arrow back, where would you be looking? You'd be looking wherever that arrow is going. So keep staring down the bow.
Okay, so I think I have 4 more. And this is really intense for your upper body. I can feel this all throughout my shoulders, my upper back, my think I have one more.
You'll notice also that we're using rotation in just about every exercise, and that's where we get work into that low back.
Okay. We're on to the fourth exercise, which is the band rotation.
All right, so the band rotation, a little different from what we did last time, the 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock rotation. You'll notice that Ivy is rotating her hips and rotating her feet. Anytime you go past 30 degrees rotation, you want to release that ankle to keep pressure off your low back. A lot of back injuries come from repetitive rotating without releasing that ankle. So things we're looking for here are nice straight arms. I'm looking for when she rotates to not come all the way back here, but to stop the band, maybe 3/4 of the way to resist that pull and re-accelerate it in the opposite direction. We're going to do 10 on one side, and then we're going to turn around and we're going to do 10 on the other side. How you feeling that?
Good, good. I feel it way deep
Yeah,
inside.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Good, so now you get an idea what it looks like from the back. So I want ankle, knee, and hip rotating together.
Yeah, I think that's really important because a lot of people do try to keep their feet straight while they're rotating.
Absolutely. Something else we're looking for is, along with that ankle, knee, and hip rotation, is to not over-rotate. Don't wrap yourself up in the band. You don't have to go too far.
Okay, that's 7. Just a few more. 8. This is definitely intense.
Keep your core tight, pull your belly in.
9.
Good.
Last time. And 10.
Excellent. You'll also notice that your feet might slide around on the floor a little bit. Never be afraid to stop the exercise, reset your feet, and then start going again.
We're on to the 5th and final exercise, the stability ball balance.
Yes, on the stability ball balance now, we're going to start with Ivy's hands on the ball. She's going to lift one foot and then just set it right back down. Lift it up nice and slow like Tai Chi, we say. We want to count to 5. Now, if we want to make this exercise a little harder, she's going to take her hands off the ball and put them on her hips with the same leg lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then switch legs. Again, if I want to make it a little harder, we're going to go ahead and straighten that leg out. So pick it up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and back down 5. We want to do about 3 reps on each leg, which will get you about 30 seconds of balance time.
And then one thing I was going to say that you said is this is a great, just sitting on the ball, if you do a lot of computer work, which I do, that sitting on the ball is just a great way to help alleviate back pain.
Absolutely. Sitting on the ball at your desk, if you grab a ball, you don't have to sit on the ball all day, but start out with maybe an hour out of the day. Sitting on the ball encourages you not to sit still. You're going to bounce a little bit, you're going to move a little bit around, and a lot of that low back pain comes from just sitting still at your desk all day. Your head's pitched forward, and you're just in that real static position. So a great one, again, for low back pain and to work that core area. You can see
this requires a lot of concentration.
A hard time. Excellent, but good work.
Thanks, Gary. That was a great workout.
You're welcome.
And you say we should do it about how many times?
About 2 to 3 times through. It should take you about 20 to 30 minutes. And remember, progression is the key. So master that beginning workout before moving on to the advanced version. The workout will be posted on the website,
which is, of course, hotandhealthyliving.com. And don't forget to sign up for the free newsletter and the 8-step detox ebook. And stay tuned because next week, Gary's wife, Marissa, who is also the co-owner of Fitness Redefined, is going to show all of you moms-to-be and all you moms out there a fabulous pre- and postnatal workout that is super effective, and it's a great functionally fit workout. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you soon.